Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Kohovoyumla, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakahakutas. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. Just want to say the water to the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Nawaf, just coming at you with another quick lesson. Praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. Little article I seen, it just show how Esau gets down, man. This man is a complete goddamn thief. He's a kidnapper. He's a robber. He's a, the ultimate deleter, And we need out of this man's kingdom. But it says Alabama profits off prisoners safe enough to work at McDonald's, deems them too dangerous for parole. You see that? So they safe enough for you to let them out to go work at a goddamn McDonald's. Now, when they're working at these McDonald's, of course, the money is going to the state. So basically, they're just leasing out niggas. So they're safe enough to go out and deal with people's food, but they're not deemed safe enough to be paroled and go out into the world and start to build for their family and things of that nature. But anyways, we understand how wicked this place is, man. This is wickedness at its finest. It says a storm was looming when the inmate serving 20 years for armed robbery was assigned to transport fellow prisoners to their jobs at the private manufacturer supplying goods to companies like Home Depot and Wayfair. See, they'll rent your ass out. It didn't matter that Jake Jones once had escaped or that he had failed 2 drug and alcohol tests while in lockup. He was unsupervised and technically in charge. See, Esau don't give a fuck, man. He just want that money. By the time Jones was driving back to the work release center with 6 other incarcerated workers, it was pelting rain. Jones had a reputation for driving fast, and some of his passengers said he was racing along the country road, jamming to music in his earbuds. Suddenly, the transport van hit a dip and swerved on the wet pavement, slamming into a tree. 2 men died after being thrown out of the van, and Jones, who was critically hurt and slumped over the blaring horn, had to be cut out of the vehicle as the other men staggered into the storm to flag down help. They wondered, why would the Alabama Department of Corrections place their lives in Jones' hands? They knew he had a propensity to drink, said Sean Wasden, who survived the crash, and they put him behind the wheel of a van anyway. No state has a longer, more profit-driven history of contracting prisoners out to a private companies than Alabama. Yeah, because it's stemming way back to slavery, man. Stemming way back to slavery. That's why we say the Lord, he requireth the pass. Let me get that real quick. I want to come back to this James chapter 5. This man, he has to go, man. He's profit-driven, man. This man has turned the whole world into slaves, man. Here you go. Why would they hold on to your pay for a week, 2 weeks, sometimes a month, depends on where you work at, when they should be paying you every day? They have the ability to do it. Here you go. You out here. You got all this goddamn technology. You flying to the moon. You claiming. You got satellites set up every goddamn where. You got cameras all over everybody. You got your high tech vehicles, your high tech cars. You created nuclear weapons. You've created a system of direct deposit, and you can't direct deposit my goddamn money on the day that I worked for it. That is crazy, bro. And this act that goes against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, man. But this is Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and Yahweh requireth that which is past. So the Lord is going to require, he's going to require that past that you so-called white people have pushed out in the earth, man. And you're reaping what you've sown, actually. You're really starting to reap some benefits of the shit that you put out in this planet, man, for the past couple 100 years. Because this is mainly so-called black people that they do this to down south, man. They'll rent your ass out, bro. Crazy. It says, let me get that part back again. Because it's not just Alabama. It's a lot of those southern states, man. Here, even in the north, man, it don't make no difference. Midwest, they doing it all over the place. It says, no state has a longer, more profit-driven history of contracting prisoners out to private companies than Alabama, with a sprawling labor system that dates back more than 150 years, including the brutal convict leasing era that replaced slavery. See? It never went anywhere. Once they told you, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that you were free, they set it up and went through back doors and back alleyways to set it up where your ass could still be slaves to them, man. They throw your ass in prison and work the hell out of you, man. Right? It says, it has constructed a template for the commercialization of mass incarceration. Yeah, that's why they'll throw your ass into jail for little or nothing. Matter of fact, this one guy that Joe Biden, he just pardoned this judge that he pardoned him a week or so ago. He was in cahoots with a private juvenile prison. And this guy was just giving the little kids motherfucking jail time when they ain't even deserved jail time because he was getting paid under the table, so to speak, to keep that motherfucker full with some damn juveniles, man. So this place is corrupt, man. It's a very corrupt place, man. Okay, it says Best Western, Bama Budweiser, and Burger King are among the more than 500 businesses to lease incarcerated workers from one of the most violent, overcrowded, and unruly prison systems in the U.S. in the past 5 years alone. The Associated Press found, as part of the 2-year investigation into prison labor, the cheap, reliable labor force has generated more than $250 million for the state since 2000 through money garnished from prisoners' paychecks. See? You will let these people go to work, but you won't allow them to get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and give them another chance at it. You know what I'm saying? And just, go back into regular life, so to speak. Aren't you supposed to be, reviving them, so to speak? Or aren't you supposed to be correcting them? Isn't that what your correctional facility is for? This place is through, man. It says most jobs are inside facilities where the state's inmates, who are disproportionately black, see, we said that, tribe of Judah, man, can be sentenced to hard labor and forced to work for free doing everything from mopping floors to laundry. But more than 10,000 inmates have logged a combined 17 million work hours, god damn, outside Alabama's prison walls since 2018. For entities like city and county governments and businesses that range from major car part manufacturers and meat processing plants to distribution centers for major retailers like Walmart, the AP determined. So when we get to talking about how you so-called white people are going into slavery, you got niggas on the street, man, want to fight with you, talking about that's not fair. But these motherfuckers done had you in slavery for hundreds of years. They just calling it something else now. Because this is just straight pure slavery, man. Let me get that scripture, though. But we on the streets and we reading the scriptures, everybody fucking mad. What you mad about? We just reading the scriptures. If you don't believe in the scriptures, then what are you taking such offense for? Revelation 13:9, it says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the faith and the patience of the saints, Salakia. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. This is what we're patiently and faithfully waiting for their asses to go into captivity. And if you don't have that mindset, man, then the Lord gonna deal with you very viciously. Here you go. You want to ride the coattail of your fucking oppressors, man. The scripture says to envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. And then you'll have people be in the comment boards and people be talking shit. Well, they should have done what they done. All right, well, okay. If they done what they done and you got them in prison, let them do their damn time and let them go. If you feeling that like they're such fucking criminals, why would you allow them to go out and work in the public with public people? All this whole giving some guy 30, 40, 50, 100. These people be having sentences, man, where they'll give a motherfucker 700 years. Knowing full well this man not going to live past 70 or 80 years old. This is how silly this fucking man is, man. Got all these men all together up in these prisons and shit, man. That's where a lot of that nastiness come from too, man. That ABCDEFG shit come from. So see, you Edomites, man, y'all gonna pay, man. It's a lot of shit y'all gotta pay for, bro. Lord not gonna let y'all get away with this stuff. Okay, it says, while those working at private companies can at least earn a little money, they face possible punishment if they refuse, from being denied family visits to being sent to higher security prisons, which are so dangerous that the federal government filed a lawsuit 4 years ago that remains pending, calling the treatment of prisoners unconstitutional. Man, I'm fucking bad. Look, I lived in Alabama. I haven't been there, and I don't know how long, and I know it's been, hey, it's not a place I'm ever trying to even go back to, not even for a family member's funeral or a goddamn graduation. I don't give a fuck. I knew when I got away from that place, that wasn't going to be a place that I ever wanted to go again. There's some really racist motherfuckers down there. I mean, they racist everywhere you go, but yeah, that's a different set of white people, man. It says, though they make at least $7.25 an hour, the state siphons 40% off the top of all wages and also levies fees, including $5 a day for rides to their jobs and $15 a month for laundry. Bro, you can't make this shit up, bro. Hey, this is the most unfair man on the planet. This is the reason why they're not going to be shown no mercy, man. Because they show no mercy at all. They're not going to get no mercy, bro. You're going to reap exactly what it is that you've been sowing in this fucking earth, man, forever, man. And it's our job to bring that out and let the people know, man. As hard as it may sound. Oh, y'all some racists. Well, that wouldn't make you no better than them. Well, fuck that. We reading the scriptures. Take it up with the Lord, man. Galatians 6 and 7, be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So the so-called white race have sown a lot of bullshit in the planet, and they're gonna reap it, man. Let's prove that the Lord, he deals with nations and individuals within those nations. Job 34 and 29. It says, when he giveth quietness, who then can make trouble? And when he hideth his face, who then can behold him? Whether it be done against a nation or against a man only. So the Lord, he deals with nations of people. The same way he put us into slavery under these so-called white people, he's going to put them in slavery under us. They just can't fathom it because they have so much power. They have absolutely no idea that the Lord got them in a trick bag, man. He's flipping their little shit over right now. Flipping their shit over like a burger. Yep, it's about ready to be done with their asses. It says, turning down work can jeopardize chances of early release in the state that last year granted parole to only 8% of eligible prisoners. See, they're not going to let you go unless you just old as hell and they can't get nothing else out of you. You know? It says, an all-time low and among the worst rates nationwide, though that number more than doubled this year after public outcry. It is a symptom of a completely, utterly broken system. No, it's not no broken system. Them just what crackers do. These are fucking racists. They've had us in slavery and for hundreds of years. But you niggas, y'all gonna go and sit down and eat some more turkey and dressing, I guess, for Christmas, though. Y'all gonna serve white Jesus. Anyway. It says, many prisoners work 40 hours a week outside their facilities and then get weekend passes, allowing them to go home without any supervision or electronic monitoring. So when prisoners are then told they're too dangerous to be permanently released, England said, it looks like another way to create a cheap labor force that is easily exploited and abused. Of course, that's what it is. You letting them go and work 40 hours a week outside of the damn prison. They're able to stay at home on the weekend with no monitors. But you deeming them too dangerous to be paroled? That shit is retarded as hell, bro. It says, Arthur Pitney, who has worked at various private companies over the past 6 years, said he was denied parole in 2022 after losing his job at KFC, Slovakia, where he had complained about his low wages. A full-time cook, he was upset that even teenagers working the register were out-teaming him, despite the fact that he had worked there for over a year. He says, it says he's one of 10 current and former prisoners who filed a class action federal lawsuit last year against the state officials, local governments, and businesses like McDonald's, Wendy's franchises, contending they perpetuate a system of forced labor akin to the modern day form of slavery that keeps the best workers from being released. See? But you motherfuckers will pull up in a drive-thru and support these goddamn crackers, man, while eating some bullshit. Not even real food in most cases, man. But you'll go and pull up in a goddamn drive-thru and get your badass kid a goddamn Happy Meal. Man, this is why we need to just pull away from all this shit, man. He currently works at Progressive Finishes, one of the state's biggest contractors of prison labor, which says on its website that it has served as a third-party supplier to automotive companies including Honda, General Motors, Ford, Toyota, Nissan, Kia, Volvo, Chrysler, and Hyundai. See, all these corporations and businesses are, they're getting in. They in on it. Wickedness, bro. It's all good though. Hey, look, y'all gonna pay for this shit. It says for a lot of these jobs, the attitude is the same. If you don't meet our expectations, we'll just call for somebody else. Putney said while on a 48-hour home pass at his mother's house, "I'm grateful to come out and work, but I ain't come in here to be a slave." Kelly Betts of the Corrections Department defended the work programs, calling them crucial to the success of inmates preparing to leave prison. What the fuck you mean? You're not letting them go nowhere. Crazy, bro. But she acknowledged that even those sentenced to life without the possibility of parole are eligible for so-called work release jobs. That's because in Alabama, the department determines which prisoners are employed off-site, largely based on how well they behave behind bars, instead of what put them there. These working among the civilian population include men and women with records for violent crimes like murder and assault. Many are serving 15 years or longer. Many choose work to being confined to a facility all day, Betts said. In many cases, it is a matter of quality of life, but ultimately, the inmate chooses and is not penalized for non-participation. Yeah, right. Alabama's lockups are chronically understaffed, and it's not unusual for prisoners to work outside their facilities without any correctional oversight. And in some cases, there are no supervision of any kind, which has led to escapes, often referred to as walkaways. Well, what the fuck do you expect? Asked how prisoners are chosen to work without monitoring, Betts said each inmate's situation is unique and each inmate is evaluated on his or her own record. Most companies did not respond to the request for comment, of course. And they want to keep shit like this out of the news as well. But the handful that did said they had no direct involvement with the work release program. But you know where these people coming from, man. Home Depot said it would investigate its connection to outdoor furniture maker Wadley Holdings, where some men in the van crash were working. It said it prohibits suppliers from using prison labor and would take action if policy violations are found. Best Western said it does not participate in personal matters at its independently owned and operated hotels. And Hyundai said it knew some of its suppliers hired inmates for jobs, but was not involved in the decision to do so. Honda said it was not aware of any business relationships with Progressive Finishes, which is common with companies and third-party suppliers. Yeah, they know. They knew. Yeah, there's quite a bit of story, man. We don't really have to go off into it no more. You see what it is, man. Esau, hey, they gonna pay, man. Yeah, this is a nice long-ass story. But anyway, man, just to shed a little bit of light on the wickedness of Esau, man. Let's get 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Because, see, this man has to be revealed before the coming of the Lord. Salakia. I know I kind of went there. Let's just get this anyway, since that's the spirit. Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. See? And our people are sorely destroyed in this place, man. This man has no regards or mercy for us as a people whatsoever, man. So when shit hits the fans for his ass, no one's going to have no mercy on their asses neither. We're definitely not. We can't wait to be renting y'all asses out on a day-to-day basis. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. The man of sin, the son of perdition, is being revealed right now. That's Esau, the so-called white race. That's the biblical name for the so-called white race. Esau, Edom, Edomites, Idumeans in the Greek. The new modern day Romans have been vicious to us for centuries, man. But and then they get to talking about this us shit. They're trying to divide us. Like, motherfucker, we ain't never been together. Oh, this just and see, you'll read stories like this, and you'll go into the comment boards and people will be talking about how their story is trying to race bait people. It's only gonna cause more division in the country. The fuck out of here, man. Anyway, Salakia, man, just piss you off though. Let me end out with this. James 5 and 1. Let me start there. It says, "Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you." Yep. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You have heaped up treasure together for the last days. Behold, the point right here: the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth. See, and that's exactly what they do, man. And the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. Now there you have it. You have lived in pleasure on the earth, and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts, as in a day of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doeth not resist you. See, because they haven't shown no mercy. It's not like Jake have resisted this man, man. You've had a couple of little uprisings, where Jake just pissed the fuck off because they're just being treated like shit, So of course, there's been some uprisings. That's just like what's this guy? I done a lesson on it the other day. This Cartwright guy, where he came up with a disease. I think it was called drapetomania, but he came up with he made up a whole disease as to why he said it was a disease that so-called black people was trying to escape from captivity. Supposedly a damn doctor, man. He called it a disease, gave that shit a whole name and everything, like as if Negroes are they're mentally ill to want to leave slavery. Crazy, bro. Verse 7, be patient therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiting for the precious fruit of the earth, and hath long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain. So we just got to be patient, man. We're patiently and faithfully waiting, as the saints, you know what I'm saying, on this man to get what's coming to him. And I was going into this at camp yesterday, Luke chapter 1. This is the reason why Luke chapter 1 it tells you why the Lord is coming. He's coming to get us out of the hands of our enemies. Only enemies would systematically set some shit like that up for you, man, to constantly be working for them, man. They can just rent you out, bro. You already know that Esau not telling no damn truth. He's not going to give you no truth about what's really, really going on. See, when that spotlight hit them, and all of a sudden, oh, well, everything is ran just perfectly. We treat them fine. We give them this, and we give them, like, come the fuck on, man. You got people that's out in public, literally working in the public. You letting them off on the weekend type of deal, but they're too dangerous for parole. That shit is boy. How much more backwards can you be, man? Like that right there in itself, it just lets you know they fucking lying, bro. This is the type of brutality that we've had to deal with in this man's kingdom, man. And it's all good. It's all good, man. It's coming, and it's just a matter of time. That's why we're supposed to patiently and faithfully wait, but continue on praying for the downfall of this place. Don't never let up on that. Never let up on that, man. Always throw up a curse on this fucking place, man. So with that, I pray that this lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala and the Bible Ball.